Hello guys, this is Lynn and today we are doing kind of a different tag for my channel. I do beauty and lifestyle and this is definitely one of my more lifestyle-y tags. As a lot of you know, I am a huge bookworm and a gigantic nerd. So this is called the Netflix book tag, and what it is it's a little bit of a play on Netflix, as in we take Netflix categories and assign books to them, and you'll see what I mean when we get into the questions, and you can also look, I'll have the questions in the description box below. This is a collab as well as a tag with some of my favorite people over at We Love Collabs. And although this is being hosted on my channel, the playlist is being hosted, I most certainly did not come up with this tag or the idea to do it. So all of the credit will be given to the person that it's actually due to in my description box below. So don't want to be hogging that credit when I don't deserve it. Especially when somebody more creative than me probably came up with this. It was not me. Anyway, I want to share some of the books that I love and have been reading and am anticipating. So if you're a book junkie like me, please keep watching. Also, little disclaimer, I am stealing pictures from straight from Amazon that you're going to see in this video. They are not mine. I do not own them. And the links in the description box below will be from Amazon. They will be affiliate links from when I got a blog like 2 years ago. I don't even know if the account's active anymore. I highly, highly recommend you shop elsewhere for most of these books because you can find most of them in secondhand stores or, you know, thrifting or just from a friend, much, much cheaper. There's only a couple of them that are actually ebooks that you do have to buy on Amazon, so I highly recommend you shop around and find the best deal. I have not done that work for you, unfortunately, but I did want to, you know, link you to the synopsis and all of the different reviews so that you could really, you know, decide if you like the book yourself. Okay, on to the actual tag. The first Netflix category is recently watched, and that is the last book I have finished reading. And technically the last book I finished reading was called Etched in Bone, and it is a novel in a series, well, it is an ebook in a series by Anne Bishop. And if you haven't heard of Anne Bishop, she does like more, I would say, fantasy series, like sci-fi fantasy series. And she's somebody that I've really come to like, and I think she does primarily, if not solely, ebooks. And usually, you know, you kind of look down on authors who do only ebooks, and it's like, oh, well, they don't do print versions, so it's not really as good. And sometimes that's unfortunately very true, but in this case, I've really liked her, and I've liked just about everything that I've read from her. So if you're looking for someone to check out, sometimes a lot of the first books in her series are either free on Kindle Unlimited or deeply discounted. I would definitely check out Anne Bishop. I like her a lot. Picks a book that has been recommended to me based on other books that I've read, and for this one I was reading the Game of Thrones series when I was nursing our first baby, and I was annoyed that it was over, and you know, good old George, he writes like a freaking snail, even though he does a very good job. And so I was a little bummed, and my husband's like, well, if you like that, you probably like the Wheel of Time series. And so I promptly read all 16 of those books in about 3 months. So he recommended those to me, and they were very, very, for the most part, very, very good. Recently added, the last book that I actually officially bought was called Oathbringer, and that is in the Stormlight Archives series by Brandon Sanderson. Now, Brandon Sanderson actually is the one who finished the Wheel of Time series when the original author, Robert Jordan, passed away. So, and he actually saved it, in my opinion. Brandon Sanderson is another just amazing sci-fi / fantasy author. Mistborn series, why am I brain farting? There's another really good one by him. But he's a good author too, and I'm really liking this new series by him, so I actually pre-ordered and paid for it already. The next one is popular on Netflix. 2 books everyone knows about that you've read, and 2 that everybody knows about that you either have not read or have no interest in reading. 2 books that I've read is the Harry Potter series and the Hunger Games series. I read both of those, liked both of those. Everybody knows about both of those. Let's see. Two books or series that I have never read and have no interest in reading. The Twilight series and the really, really poorly written fan fiction based off of the Twilight series, which is 50 Shades of Grey. Sorry if that offends anybody, but I think the Twilight series, frankly, I'm just too old for. And the author got some bad advice from her publishing company or editor or whatever, and didn't stay true to her vision for the books, and I think that kind of messed him up. Although I haven't read them myself, so I don't know that for sure. But and 50 Shades of Grey, I have no problem going on record. I have no problem with the subject matter. I have a problem with bad grammar, with bad geography skills, and bad writing in general. And if they're your favorite book on earth, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to offend you. They're just not for me. So I'll leave it there. Call Me a Funny Book. Good Omen by Neil Gaiman, who is one of my favorite authors, and I actually got to see speak live, which was awesome, as well as Terry Pratchett, who I really haven't read much from. So, but Good Omen is just, it's really funny. It's actually a good story too, but it's hilarious. It's one of those, sometimes British humor I can do, and sometimes it's just too dry for me, but in this one it was freaking hilarious. It just kept me rolling the whole time through the book. I highly recommend it if you can. I mean, it's not too crass or anything, but it does deal with religious subject matter, so kind of know that going in and take it with a grain of salt, but it's hilarious. Drama, a character who is a drama king or queen. And I'm going to go with the Selection series by Kiara Cass, and I'm going to go with basically the main character. Her name is America, and you know what? She was a teenage girl, and she was written like a teenage girl. She was a drama queen, but she still persevered. So I like that you can write a character as a bit of a drama queen who still manages to make it through. So it wasn't my most favorite story, and again, I think it's just, you know, young adult is kind of overplayed at this point, and definitely oversaturated, but it was still a good story, and the character was still well written, and I can't fault an author for writing a teen as a teen would normally probably react. Animated, a book with cartoons on the cover. Well, this one stumped me until I realized that I have 2 small children, so I'm just going to go with the Dr. Seuss books, because those are some of our favorites. Really, any one of them will do, you know. Cat in a Hat, One Fish, Two Fish, 10 Apples Up on Top, all of them are just lovely. Watch It Again, a book or series that you would want to read again. Usually this would be nothing. I would have nothing for this, because I read it, I'm pretty thorough with it, and then I'm kind of done with it, or I want to know what happens next if it's a series. I'm sad when a series is over, and I hate leaving that world. It's almost kind of like a loss, but not quite. But I don't go and reread the book over and over again. However, I think since George R.R. Martin is so freaking slow writing the Game of Thrones books, I might go and reread those, or at least the last one, just to kind of refresh myself on where everybody's at. So I guess that would be my answer. I don't know. It says the Netflix category is documentaries, but it just says a nonfiction book that you'd recommend. And I would say any of Maya Angelou's biographies, or autobiographies, excuse me, or poetry. I started reading her stuff for a high school project, and between then and now have pretty much consumed everything she's ever written, and just am blown away. I can't recommend a specific thing. She just was an amazing woman. So, enough said there, I think. But I'd probably start at I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings and go from there. Action and Adventure, an action-packed book. Let's see, the Malazan Book of the Fallen, or the Malazan Chronicles by Steven Erikson. I never really got into them that much, but they are very, very, very action-packed. Right from the start, man. Whew. And they're interesting. I'll say that much. They're very interesting. New releases, a book that has just come out or will be coming out soon that you can't wait to read, and that I put A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and that is from the Court of Thorn and Roses series. And basically that started off as a Beauty and the Beast kind of retelling, and has just gone from there in a totally crazy direction. And Sarah J. Maas is one of my favorite authors. favorite newly discovered authors. She has a Throne of Glass series that's amazing, and this one as well that I'm really enjoying. So that one comes out on May 2nd, and I've already pre-ordered it, and I'm counting down the days because I'm going to read that in a night, probably. So I'm really excited for that one, for sure. And the last category says Max, tag some people. Okay, so let me look at my list here. I am going to tag my friends, Lainey, Lisa, Marcella, Dawn, and Miss Mandy Lynn. Hopefully you are book nerds like me and you will want to answer these questions. Please, anybody else who would like to be a part of this tag, I hope you'll do this, and please tag me when you do so that I can see that you've done it, so that I can come watch and support you doing this tag. And if you guys are looking for a group where you can do lots of fun collabs, we love collabs. I highly recommend them. They are a wonderful group of ladies and some gentlemen and many families and just cool people in general. And with that, I'm going to leave you till the next time. So please subscribe if you haven't already. I have a giveaway either coming up or, you know what, I think it's going to be posted tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And I will catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.